Elllo. Guys, I'm gonna do a reading, but I can't believe, well, I can believe it's right in front of my face, but I received a gift. I received a gift, and it's such a good gift because it's so interesting. I went to the beach or the lake the other day, and I was sitting there and also soaking in the sun. But then I thought, because I was looking at some people and they also had sunscreen, and I thought, yeah, would have probably been smart, since my skin is still, yeah, getting back its melanin to get tainted and actually absorb the sun. This is after sun care. I didn't go outside that much today. When I say that much, like literally, I only went out tonight. And farthest was to my door and to open my door. This is so nice. You know, sometimes you forget that it's so nice to take care of yourself, of your body. Or at least sometimes I forget. Wow. Fuck, you can really feel that these things were actually 30 euros. 20 euros for a tube. It also says that the minerals come from the Dead Sea. I kind of feel it. I don't know what it's doing. It's got aloe vera, which is really good, which I'm happy about. Okay, I was telling a story, wasn't I? Yeah, so I went to the beach and I thought, oh, I should have probably bought some sunscreen actually. And then I thought, it's alright. I'll get it. I think I thought I'll get it eventually, or it's like it should be fine. Maybe next time I'll have some. And this was not really that close to the time of me getting introduced to a lady on YouTube who she's English and she's so sweet and so like amazingly herself that I find so much comfort in watching her videos actually. And she and also another reader, they were showing their gifts that people send them. Because their abundance is rolling in. Rolling. And also today I was looking at some videos and I saw my skin. And for some reason, my skin today has been duller. And I do think it might be because of lack of iron, but also I need to breathe more. Get oxygen to come in and have a chance to actually be absorbed more. I really love that. My skin feels quite nice. I want to do my neck. Because these areas also, I don't want to use a lot. I was gonna say this was expensive. Were you the one who bought it? Enjoy it. I know, I will enjoy it, but I will also enjoy it in a way that is not rushed. So even just this, just so nice. It's actually really nice to be slow and not feel like I'm in a rush, or not even in a rush, because sometimes when I go to the bathroom it's like, yep, but I know what I need to do and I do it and I leave. Or it's been like that lately. Not, I would say that I would baboon around a lot. Baby, I want you. Ooh, ooh, that's the song that's in my head. If you never done something to me, I want you. I was daydreaming a bit there. Ah, guys, I went outside and I spoke to Mother Gaia, to some of my angels and spirit guides. Most likely were sitting there with me. I was lying under a few willow trees. Beautiful. I love them so much. And I'm beginning to love them more every time I allow myself to give enough to be open to love in that way. Oh, guys, I was able to lie down and really be there. And chat and listen and learn and realize it's so lovely. It's like I'm coming home, and I finally understand what that means. I've been understanding over these past few days. It is the coming home to yourself, but of course in doing that, you're coming home and realizing the home and everything. And when I say everything, everything. Sometimes I have a different voice when I am like this, when I'm at peace, and when I'm also at peace with my environment. Do you see how kind of lovely I look after that? It would be nice to have some sunshine on my face tomorrow. So all I know is, and all that I'm going to be focused on, is the fact that tomorrow I'm going to be closer to reaching my goal. And I just looked at my painting, so I know that I need to finish that one tomorrow. I know that tomorrow I'm also going to continue a routine that I had for several years that I stopped with. You know, things that I used to do every day, and I will also continue to do that now. The way that I show gratitude now is a bit different than also how I used to show gratitude then. A lot of the times it was mostly shown at night, through prayer before I went to sleep. I was just thinking now about how there was a time where I used to pray a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but I prayed every night, and eventually I also integrated breathing methods. And so I would get into deeper states of prayer where what I was praying for was being visualized in front of me, floating. I could see it so clearly. That, however, was also after, a time where the dedication, or perhaps even because I felt a fear sometimes when I maybe didn't pray, or perhaps did something that I thought maybe I wouldn't be accepted for, or especially that I couldn't fall asleep without praying, because it was so ingrained in my routine that if I hadn't done it, my mind would be fixated or just be thinking about other things until I decide to start the prayer and then do my breathing work, and then I fall asleep. Yeah, just like how that feeling when you need to pee before you go to sleep. Like, if that's also part of your routine every day, you go to sleep, you pee before you go to sleep. Like, this was me. You stretch, you pee, you brush your teeth, you go to sleep. But before you go to sleep, you pray, and then you fall asleep. And then what I would do is I'd wake up at 6:30 every morning, have breakfast slowly, but it was all very well timed, you see. So I'd wake up 6:30. Choose my clothing for the day. I walk to my bathroom. I pee. I brush my teeth, but I stand on my tippy toes so that I can have my calves be strong. And once I do that, I fill up my bucket of water with my hose and my tap and sink. And then at some point, the bucket is full and I shower. It's always cold. I never boiled my water. I always thought, well, I'm living in a warm place, I might as well have a little wakey with the cold water. But honestly, with people who sleep with AC on sometimes, the room is cold. So when you want to shower with cold water, then it gets cold. Also, those who have joined the party, hello, welcome, I guess, even though you joined uninvited. Those are to the people who know. You think I'd be talking like that to my ancestors and angels? And if you are my ancestors and angels, hello. And if you're not, well, you know who you know. You feel it. You'll feel it if I'm talking to you. But yeah. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's right here. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really appreciate this. Thank you. And this made my skin feel nice. Oh, it like actually does feel like sun. Is that weird? Oh. Because it's also a smellless. Smellless. It doesn't have a scent. It's scentless. But it's got minerals from the Dead Sea. When I said I could feel the sun, it was like I was already on the beach. Wow. You know, all this time I thought I was gonna do a reading, but we're 18 minutes in, so that means I'm gonna do a reading. I was parting the deck and it was like it didn't want to get parted. Thank you. So, I was asking about those gifts. Also, what do we need to know for tomorrow as well? Wow. Okay, interesting. I did get a lot of cards here, so I also kind of don't. I immediately am being drawn to judgment. 2 X's. I saw a lot of X's today. Really? That just, it made me think of like the actual X's, but also, oh, this one slid. The star. Oh, and then it fell in reverse. So when I said I saw a lot of X's today, we also had a group meeting, fucking X people. Right? And judgment is being called. And there are people who are sort of in this archway. Yeah, of darkness. Well, I wouldn't say darkness, but you see the stars and you see the sky at night. So, infinity, all of this beautiful matter, of light and dark, mixed together, meshed together as one. You see the stars and the earth, or I mean, the stars and the earth, matter. Why did I say stars and the earth? There's something about the stars. Stars and the earth. Because and the star in my hand. Oh, like I didn't even realize that. Sorry, I saw something. I saw the constellation. And I saw that the constellation is also like facing the way the angel is facing. And the way that I was holding it was like this. So the angel was calling judgment that way. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say that this girl looks like this girl. Look at what she's wearing here, and look at what she's wearing here. Look at how big she is here. After, like judgment is being called because she was here where all the stars were, but she looks smaller. So it's that idea of, a time of feeling small, even within yourself, or how you view yourself. And it's calling judgment on, hey, this is who you are. And there's a boat there, and there's a star there. And the waters are really calm. And she is also in between birch trees, which also, too, by the way, which also reminds me of a portal. I walked through a portal of birch trees. the other day. After a cat was scratching on one of the trees. A lot of the times I see cats when I'm around, or rats. Lately I haven't seen any though, which I'm surprised, because I also had my trash out for some time today, longer than normal. But when I came back from being outside with Mother Gaia, I thought, yeah, let's take out the trash. Excuse me, it's like you found your place in the universe. You found your place in the stars. You found that you are a star in the universe, a star. It feels like a guardian. Like even with the way that her arms are and the way and how strong she looks and the wind in her hair. She stands tall and firm and with so much strength and power. Dressed in the color of death. In the sleeves of death. The dress of death. No one can find her but her freedom. Love, true love. Universal love. I also saw the stars here. You see how this one makes a triangle? I was looking up at the sky as well just now. I also saw many triangles, of course, but that is significant right now. Also because I was seeing a lot of them. It could also be the elements. Wow, okay, and like that I touched the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. Look at that. Wow, that is so beautiful, guys. Judgment. Excuse me. Judgment is being called. For this girl. Or it was called, and then you found out that this is who you are, the star. You remember when we were talking about the ocean here being calm? Well, it's also because she's the one controlling it. The dress, the stars, the water. Can you focus, please? The fishy here for intuition as well. And also she looks like she's by a bay. I was even gonna say harbor, so a place where boats can come. Isn't that amazing? Wait, like this boat looks like it's on its journey. And excuse me. And she's the one arriving. She's the boat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wow. And you see these waves here? It's like, you know those big ships that come in and the water goes wee on the sides. That reminds me of this. She's arriving and she's not arriving alone. She's arriving with Mother Earth, with water. Look at this fishy, the air in her hand, this thing, the trident. Yeah. fire here, air as well, heat, water. That's really, really cool. It's really cool that this comes out as well, because it was also a prayer that I had done when I was outside. So I have the cards here on my lap. Look, like this. And the Page of Cups came out, but in reverse. Like it fell in reverse, because yeah, I think the cards were just like that. Let's see. Okay, still in reverse. Oh, and it fell on reverse on the Four of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So yeah. Today, I also heard somebody say that because the page is not here, I also significantly feel that this reading means that you are not in that stage anymore of being the page, of it being the beginning of understanding one's intuition. Her depths of this Queen of Cups here, her depth goes far high and far deeper and far further. She's also not riding anything. She's walking through all of this with a cup in her hand and a trident and a crown. And the fish is in the sea rather than being in a cup. Oh, yeah, rather than being in a cup. So this is working with your intuition, being one with it, confident with it, and you're empowered and you're just being yourself, like, you know? And this, like, knowing who you are. Remember the thing that I was saying about a ship. Look at the way the water is. Oh, there's also a ship in here. Yeah, because the ship is still there, because you were still moving, you were still sailing. You're coming home to yourself. This is your harbor, baby. And because of this, interesting. I mean, I was doing this because I was getting a bit cold, but it also made me think about how you close yourself up sometimes. Like the way that she's here in the Four of Pentacles. And that's in reverse. Like, it was like this. So what that is telling me is that in the initial stages of you also learning about your intuition, about being this powerful, knowing that you're this powerful queen, after, of course, certain parts of yourself had to undergo acknowledgement, awareness, and reflection, and you know, coming to terms with things, healing that within yourself, and naturally, I was going to say evolve, but it's more of naturally heal yourself. Excuse me. And I'm getting here that then, because of your intuition and because of maybe how much you knew, you felt like you needed to hold that knowledge and hold things closer to you, like, yeah, things that you maybe loved, or things that, yeah, even things. When I say that, it's like, it can be people, but it can also be just your spare time, just your time, just, being yourself. Yeah. That's actually leading me into the Ten of Pentacles, because now that this judgment has been called, now that you're no longer in this Page of Cups energy, where perhaps even you were also unsure of certain things, you were still learning. So being able to have stepped into your Queen of Cups, it just, yeah, at the time it wasn't the time, but now it is. And look at what's coming with it. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have the Tower here. This coming home into your harbor. You are the ship, but you are also the harbor for your ship, for your boat, for your body. You're this home, and it's quite beautiful that I see these three women here, because it made me think of the Three of Pentacles when they fell, the Three of Cups when they fell on my lap. When I was shuffling, and it just slipped on my lap, just one card, and it was that card, and it fell upright, and it had to do something with talking to people, like actually sitting down and enjoying your time, enjoying a cup of tea in the morning, with peace, and just, this is nice. This is a nice cup of water that has been heated under a beautiful fire, which has been, part of the earth once before. And now it has gone under so many chemical changes so that it could reach me, and that I could sip it and enjoy it with the people that I love as well. So also sipping and enjoying each person's own cup of tea, each person's oceans of emotions. Sipping on tea, spill the tea, spill the tea. And I looked at the Tower here. I do want to clarify that, actually. Oh, this one? Oh, interesting. Spill the tea. And then we have more cups here. And this is also the cup, the card of spilled milk. Isn't that so funny? Isn't that so funny? Spill the tea. Spilled milk. Spilled tea. That's really interesting. So when people say, that's so interesting, because this cup, or at least in the tarot, maybe I can find it. There you go. So that we can compare. Can I have the Five of Cups, please? I like to practice like this. I want to, it helps me connect to the deck. The Five of Cups, please. I'm getting a lot of cards here, guys, and I don't really want to look at those. But I wanted to say that, alright, it's fine. If you don't want to give me the card, that's alright. I will look for it. And maybe even the fact that I'm looking for it is not even, it's not the point. And just as I say that, I find the card. The fact that it also came out in reverse. So when I was saying spill the tea, and when this card came out about spilled milk, you see how these glasses here are spilled, and you look at spilled milk. Look at what she's looking at. These cups be empty, breath. The tea has evaporated. The tea has evaporated. She's looking at cups. Perhaps this is the vibe that I'm getting. Perhaps even looking like, oh, well, now I've got 3 cups now. Free. The fact that they are 3, and I said free cups now, and free is also like a cute way of saying 3, like free. Free. That reminds me of, like, I don't know, it just reminds me of cute energy of people, and then I'm like, and I don't want to say, it's more of like, oh my gosh, I think that's so cute. I do, and it makes me smile. It makes me smile in a way where it's like, I don't want to smile too hard because, but at the same time, it's like, I do, and I do want them to see how I'm kind of blushing right now, because it's not, I don't know what it, I don't even know if I blush, but anyways, like physically, but internally it feels like that. Okay, so that's interesting, because that vibe also meant that there's an openness for another body of water to occupy these cups. And if not another body of water, maybe a plant and a pot. Or this also seems like her own cup. It is half full. And she's looking at these cups and being like, we have also got the boat here again. Remember when I said you are your boat? Oh my gosh. I've never made these connections before. But yeah, it's a very interesting energy. Because you're not in this energy. No, even her face, it's like, Now what can I do with these empty cups? What shall we do? What shall we do? And the other cards that had come out with some of these as well was the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. They are quite dark, aren't they? And it's really interesting that the mermaid is here and that this person is sleeping. So what I'm getting is, because mermaids also symbolize there's a mermaid on there, that's why I went like this. It's the purple tail. Oh, yeah. They also symbolize the depths and going into the deep oceans of our emotions, of our seas, or the sea. I would say the sea. The sea. Like, you don't have to occupy the whole sea. That's what I'm feeling like. Yeah, you've got your harbor, and that's you. You've got your boat, and that's you. Oh, okay. This is significant because it's also talking about how when it comes to maybe relationships with other people, this comes into play, because then you think, oh, but then if I meet someone else, does their boat still stay their boat and my boat still stays my boat? But or do we like merge boats, or do we just have both of our boats sailing alongside each other, almost like a fleet? Oh, Fleetwood Mac. Huh. Oh my god, Fleetwood Mac. A fleet of ships made of wood, maybe even carved in certain parts to make it fancy, like, you know, in yeah, but in the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, some of them have beautiful carved mermaids on their ship. The fact that we're talking about mermaids on the ship, wow. And the ship also symbolizes not only wow, because fishermen, they try to capture, or they get lured by mermaids, and they were seen as in a different way to other people, like as if they were, wow, this is bringing me to the snake talk that I was having with myself. I feel like I'm rushing because all of this is coming through, and I don't want to forget anything, so we're not going to forget anything, or the track that we were on. But Fleetwood Mac, mermaid on the boat. The boat, wow. So the boat also symbolizes going into the depths. It also is reminding me of the dead men of the Pearl, or the ones that followed Captain Barbosa. How they could also were bones at some point, and they could just walk on the sand of the ocean and then just walk up until their bodies or their skeletons were out of the water. It was skeletons and bodies, actually, because I think when they were not in sunlight, they turned to skeletons. Interesting. This is all really interesting. When I said Fleetwood Mac, I thought of Fleetwood Mac. M-A-C. M-A-C. You know that. You know what that means. And so I'm feeling that that's like an indecision. It's also interesting that these two cards fell down here, like they were separate, like they came together. I feel that this is, wow, yeah, confirmation, this is them. And it's not only them, because both people mirror things, right? Like even this 10 of Pentacles here, this is also, for example, if we're looking at them right now, probably with family, also feeling at home within one person, within oneself. It's okay, maybe we'll look a bit into that, but I've been having this thing where I just don't, I feel like I don't need to. This person has their own mind, this person has their own soul, their own adventures to want to explore and see the world, and não sei o que, chase his thrills or whatever. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to assume anything of anyone in any way. All I wish is that people get pleasantly surprised by the exact thing that they were asking for, craving for, wishing for, you know, moments to work out, to come true, to just be like so easily filled with love And I always keep going back to love because, yeah. And there's been deep thought about that. Because it's also been things that have been going on in your dreams. There have been two paths in your dreams also, maybe. Also, yeah. Yeah. But I'm also seeing diverge. And also the fact that it's an X here. Let's pull some more cards on that. Because it is also making me think about the Ten of Pentacles and the Tower. So also the idea of what we consider home. Right? Also this Five of Cups energy here. Yeah, because it feels like it was something that you were so busy with and trying to understand and figure out. But now you understand, and now you've finally figured it out. Wow. The Page of Wands fell directly in reverse on top of the Five of Cups. Yeah. It just feels like initial action. It's interesting. Can we hear a bit more about that? Because every time I do this, it's like it's telling me to take this card. We got the King of Swords. And this is somebody else pointing towards the fish in the Queen of Cups. Oh. Oh my God. I just look. So that you have an idea, right? And this is how they landed. It landed. So, and it was pointing towards the fishy. Like that. And the black was like, and the blues, they were like seamless with this. And what I thought was, alright, so, because I was clarifying the Page of Wands here. Ooh, and now I got a flashback to a dream that I had, which made me feel like I was in Mariposa, but like real version, but like at a resort, but like a fairy resort. Like a big fairy resort. And moon pools. But moon pools that weren't in caves or anything, just in sort of open spaces that also had a few maybe cute roofs. I don't know, some type of thing like this. But the water was glowing a lot. And just when I was looking down at this card, I heard moon magic. The sword is pointing towards the fish's intuition. And the intuition, the fish's intuition. The Queen of Cup card. Yeah, nah, dude. Please clarify. Am I like, what are their intentions then by pointing at this lovely fish who is guiding this beautiful woman? Thank you. We got the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. I'm seeing that there had to be a certain give and take energy that needed to be balanced out, or that is going to be balanced out because of hard work or this work. You see these flowers here? These flowers are reminding me of the one that he's wearing on his jacket or suit, blazer. It's also been splattered, so it does look like it's ow. It's been hurt. But that doesn't matter. Also, look at the way the Fool is poking out. And then one's intuition sort of told the Queen that, yeah, after being a fool, or now being a fool, changed the whole perspective of what the 5 of Cups meant, for example, of what give and take means. I am getting, though, that some type of moon magic was also self-inflicted, that maybe it was backfired. Because there could have also been a time where you were in that stage of you're still deciding where you're going. And so maybe, yeah, you were, despite being in the Fool stage, you still had a little bit of the 5 of Cups in the background. So also still thinking about the cups, but of course what was in the cup, what already evaporated, what's gone now. But it's gone now, that's the thing. And I guess that's why it backfired. That's what I'm getting here. But it was essentially like also on you. But essentially it was also something that was supposed to hurt you in a way to enlighten yourself, but also to allow you to take a break from this 8 of Pentacles energy. So also creating, and I'm literally getting painting here. I'm also a painter. I've been painting for around 3 days straight this week, at least, or these last few days, and then these last 2 days I also had to clean my house properly and fully. Yeah. But I'm also getting that you also needed to be, I was gonna say, reminded of the swords in your back. The swords that were put in your back. But also see her face. She feels like she's free because these swords have been enlightened now. Light has been brought to them. Also with the moon. Also relevant with the full moon that's coming now. So this is also a process. You're free, my dude. You are. And it's interesting that it's also falling underneath the, wow, 10 of swords. We have the 10 of pentacles, 10 of swords, 10 of wands underneath each other. Wow. This is a really big, massive transformation. Like, I'm still drawn to this tower. You see how, in the tarot deck, the tower don't look half as demolished as this. This is literally like, we ain't playing around. We ain't playing around. Done. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh, hold on, let me think. And let me focus. This energy is like, yeah, I think it's the energy of the Ace of Pentacles that drove this, bro. It's beautiful that when I look at the Ace of Pentacles, I also look at the star. How they're also opposites, but one is in the dark, one is in the light, but they're surrounded by pink flowers and bodies of water, one in open space, one with trees but in a portal, and one can see the sky and the clouds and the sun, and the other can see the stars. This is a beautiful energy. Ooh, yeah, you guys are one, you guys are the same. And it's earlier today I also got the Two of Cups, and it's a really cool card to represent this, because in the Two of Cups they also have someone who is representing dark matter, like what the Queen of Cups is wearing, so it's stars as well, but also another who is representing the clouds, so the sky. Thank you. Let me get interesting. So we have the Four of Cups here. And more steamy tea. It's like again, she's by the birch trees. And someone's offering her another cup of tea. Or I'm also feeling like she's coming here to sit with her. And be like, what's going on, girl? But it's also really cool because remember those 3 cups that we were talking about in the 5 of Cups, that they were empty? They've got steam in here. And this girl is feeling a bit like, This could also be relevant to the 5 of Cups energy, because 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, it's also that energy of having things that are already filling a cup, but you still remember what was in the other cup. You still remember what were filling those cups. And it doesn't seem like these cups are doing it. So someone is gonna come in and offer you a cup that might help you open up. What is this person coming to offer with this cup? Help, aid. And just as I say that, why did the Six of Wands come in reverse? And why did the Eight of Wands come like this? Yeah, that was... Can I have a confirmation about that? Wow, the Two of Cups. Because at first I was like... Hold on a second. Is this person bringing this cup? Yeah. Okay, never mind. Because I think I was reading it a bit wrong there. This Six of Wands felt like this because the mermaid is feeling like this. They still need to jump into being a fool, maybe, or accepting that they are a fool and they're just gonna have to keep going with the flow. Okay, to not doubt one's way of speaking openly, of creating openly. So that the Two of Cups can come in. So that the cup itself that's being offered, that didn't come out the first time because it heard ordered or a wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords. One's mind and one's ability to create. All the magic, it's within. It comes and it lives in every moment. Da, 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 da. Doo, 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 doo. So we also have here the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Now, excuse me. What time is it? I do really... It is 2:23. I need to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. But I also need to eat this little... Oh, I need to eat a little. And then I can go to sleep. And tomorrow... Are you... No. Why did the Queen of Pentacles fall in reverse on top of the Two of Cups? Why? I'm looking at the rabbit here. And the sunflower. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles upright. Who is this? Oh, the Lovers and the Five of Swords. Wow. But why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse then? Is it because... No, but that doesn't... Why? And why is it that I'm finding a hard time with this now? Because I'm tired. That's some bullshit. Tell me more, please. What does this cut? Why? Leave it up. You know, I don't know. This energy just got like, why are you here? I'm sorry. Yeah, because it's always fucking polluted, bruh. And I don't want to say polluted, but it's always involving somebody else. Sirens. Oh, the Lovers came with the Death card and I didn't even realize. More sirens. Both these men or people have horns. Two women here or two people here. Two people here as well. Parashani. Parashani. That's the vibes that I'm getting. And the fact that the Death card is here as well. And who was having horns. But also who has wings. And also this little person down here. This is like the Death Angel. That's so interesting. It's like they see you hiding. Or they have a feeling you're there. But you're also underground. They can't find you. Look at what the little girl is wearing. And look at what this is. I don't I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it looks they are more similarly dressed than the girl and the woman. So only this animal creature, mystical being here can see and notice her really. Oh no, like the horse can't because she's wearing his cloak. But because the woman here has maybe an intuition, she can sense that someone is here. But I also saw this woman as an older version of oneself. But there's a part of ourself that is not. Wanting to have a certain death occur, or there's something inside of justice and the Seven of Cups. Wow. Wow. What I'm getting is there could, because it was also here next to this Five of Swords, it can be it can be simply that. This I also feel as me, or you, or you know, and this death energy trying to find you. Even in this place that you escaped. Like, it's interesting that this person is escaping into a brighter place. They are in a brighter place, but they're hiding in a darker place. Yeah. I'm getting that she became her. And there's a part of her that she's not gonna let die. Not at all, babes. Not after this Five of Swords energy, which is like competitiveness. And competitiveness, like, why are there two people there each for in front of this one person or this one tree? But justice and the Seven of Cups is here because with your illusionary imagination and ability to see choices and possibilities in every cup, in everything, you're able to protect that part of yourself. But also, I was gonna say, but also perhaps overprotect. But I still think protect, and protect for good reasons. I have chills now. And I kind of want to go to sleep. Or at least start winding down. So we're gonna maybe please have one or two cards just to finish. And after this protection and justice, yeah. No. I was gonna say, what does the Queen of Pentacles express or feel? And we got the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups. Isn't that beautiful? I keep seeing three people. Remember when I mentioned the Three Cups earlier? And how I mentioned also that it's that feeling of being free and happy. I was getting a whole other vibe from that, but I don't know. I don't really like how that's going. No, bro. Yeah. And then there's the 5 of freaking wands. Yeah, no, bro. These were the cards that came out after this. It's just emotional stability. Well, maybe I'm also like only reading the surface right now because I really don't. I don't know why I just want to end it. And I wanted to burp there. So, and I'm getting shivers and I don't feel like I need to even talk about that. The 2 of Cups goes on my leg but in reverse. Okay, so what is that trying to tell me? That maybe I'm ignoring something that maybe is the 10 of Cups, but why is the 10 of Cups in reverse here when I look? Let's see. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Cups in reverse, and Rider of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. And if I were to say yes about that energy, the World in reverse and the Moon in reverse. Why is the World in reverse? Gaining a different perspective or something? 9 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands, slightly weird. But whoa. Is that like the... I don't want to know. I don't want to know that. I don't even want to travel that route, bro. No, especially when I'm having this fucking conversation on my own, brother. If you meant it, you would come and talk to me. And there's no blah 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 of freaking 2 of Cups coming out in reverse. Se essa energia, não sei o que, whatever, don't mess with me. Eu não quero entrar aí. E eu não quero que essas pessoas me ponham aí dentro. Bro, figure yourself out. And then it's you also saying, yeah, but what's the problem with 3? And I'm like, por que eu não quero saber? E por que tu não queres saber? Because it's different. Because it's não sei o que. Yeah, because it's like... Nah. 3 people never fucking worked out. I'm sorry. I don't want to say 3 people never fucking worked out, but 3 people... I don't understand this, guys. And it's like, why am I being told this now? King of Swords in reverse. Yes, thank you. Because it's not nothing. It's nothing. Or even that could mean that it's not from somebody else. It's 7 of Pentacles. And what is growing? Okay. And who am I in this position? And why am I in reverse? Wow. And who is this other person, if I may ask? Thank you. Whatever should be, shall be. No voy a forzar. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a long one. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Damn. Right. Good night.